So when you name a range or a cell, you can refer to that name. If you know exactly what that address is, you could also say C1, A1. But in many cases you don't, so naming is important because of that. Dot value. That means if I don't say anything, something like range refers to the active sheet. Okay? Go to the active sheet, find a range called iSpot and grab its value. And now I value, let me see what I call that. I didn't call this anything. Let's call this I value. I value is range. I value dot value. Until now, I just grabbed the current spot price and current value. Now I'm gonna do this. iSpot equals iSpot plus 0.01. Okay. I just increased the price by 1 cent. Then I'm gonna put that increased price into the place of the spot on the worksheet. Range iSpot equals let me see. Range iSpot dot value equals the new value. Oh, I'm sorry. The new value, which is iSpot. I just changed the price, right? And let's call this N value. As soon as I change the value of that cell, automatically the value formula is executed. Okay. Range I delta at value equals N value minus I value. So I'm going to go ahead and then I'm going to not minus 1. I'm going to clean up after myself. Bring the spot value to what it was to begin with. And let's go ahead and execute this macro. This is literally called a macro. Yeah. Oh, I call that my delta. Let's change that. Just to be consistent. Edit instead of my delta. And I'm gonna copy and Paste the format. I actually want that thing to be pink. I'm sorry, rosa. That's not rosa, that's lavender. That's rosa. All right. When you have a macro and you want to execute it, you can do it in two ways. I mean, we're gonna kind of make it automatic, but for now, at least for today, I'm just gonna do manual version. You go to developer, Visual Basic, developer, macros, pick the macros in this workbook, and what was my thing? Get my delta, run. Okay. Of course, if I don't say equal, that's gonna have an issue. That's why you gotta pay attention to these things. Hopefully, that's all we need. Or you can simply go to that code, hit F5, that executes it. So that's the delta. Why am I getting 0? Yeah, it doesn't change it much. Maybe for this one you should do $1 because the price is so high. Again, we'll worry about those units. All right. Let's do 1. Oh, because I'm in this mode, that's the problem. I'm sorry. You have to be in this mode for that to work. Let's see. Okay. Now they're talking. This says if NVIDIA went from 737 to 738, value of this contract will have gone up by 7. That's something nice to know. I'm gonna continue with the other Greeks on Monday, but let's think about what delta means. And for that, I'm gonna actually show you the quote for an option that I currently own. 1380. Let me do it. January 1626. I own a 1440 contract. Okay. I can open it from here. It's a lot easier. I mean, I bought this yesterday when the market was tanking. And I replaced something else, but I paid $46.55. It's now $51.73. But in the meantime, NVIDIA went up by about $2. Let's look at the quotes. Someone is willing to buy 19 contracts at 51.25, and someone is willing to sell 9 contracts at 52.25. A lot of times you may also see big numbers there. Typically that's rather important if you see big numbers. Let's use a different strike. Let's use the short term. The numbers are bigger there. Just happens that it's not, but all right. I bought this option, and when I buy this option, my view is that NVIDIA is going to go up in the long term. And if your view is really long term, you should buy options that are long lived, okay? To the extent possible, to the extent I can afford, I'm buying the highest strike and longest expiration. Okay? But that's my view. But somebody sold that to me. Does that necessarily mean that those people think NVIDIA is going to go down? Maybe yes, maybe no. Some of them may be doing a covered call, which means they already own NVIDIA, and they're willing to forego any gains above 1440 for my 1440 option, which is about double what it is now. A covered call means I own 100 shares of NVIDIA, and I said if it goes above 1440 by January 26, 2026, you can have it. Anything above 1440 is yours if I sell that option. But somebody's actually paying me some money for that. I mean, an idiot like me paid that guy $46.55 per share or $4,655 in exchange. That's his to keep. If NVIDIA finishes below that, he doesn't have to do anything. He still has his 100 shares. I mean, never do covered call for long-term options, but let's say that was the case. An alternative is somebody's running an option book.